Hello, I am Jen and welcome to Living Fully, Living Deeply. I'm coming to you here from the dock on my sister's lake. I'm just hanging out this beautiful sunshiny morning and I thought I'd do my little intro video. So here we go. So how I got into Young Living Oils is pretty simple really. I've been an essential oil junkie for like 20 years almost and it's just kind of been something that's been part of me, when you find something in your life that just fits, and that's how oils have been with me. I came across them through being a young teen hippie chick and wanting to smell like patchouli, and then going, oh wow, there's all these other bottles here that smell amazing, and so really it was about smelling good and not smelling like some kind of gross chemical concoction, and I always was one of those people who could never handle, walking through a department store with the smells that hit you like a ton of bricks and make you feel dizzy and nauseous and all of those gross things. So for me, essential oils was just a really good way to smell fantastic and not, not have all those side effects. So that was the beginning. And then I discovered that, oils actually had a much more profound impact on my life than just smelling good. So if I was feeling stressed out, I would douse myself in lavender and go, and just feel better, and all of that, and I would get the sniffles, and I would pour eucalyptus into my bath and just feel so much better. And so my stash grew and grew, and I would use oils on myself and my children, and it was just this beautiful, bountiful experience. And I always had this feeling that I would somehow get deeper into it, that I would end up becoming an aromatherapist or something like that, had this bountiful wealth of knowledge. But in my life, I just haven't ever had that time to fulfill that vision. And part of that is choosing to homeschool our kids. We've got 4 kids, and they're, lots of work. And so I put myself into that, and I've got little bits of time, little pockets here and there for self-inquiry and what have you, but I haven't had a whole ton of time to go, off and do this course or whatever. And so I've just kind of been, waiting for that time to come into my life. And then I ended up, doing another path of inquiry, and through that, oils came up again, and all of these people that I knew all of a sudden were saying, oh yeah, hey, I'm using these amazing oils. They're so phenomenal, and I can even eat them. They're so good. And I'm going, really? Tell me more. There's oils I don't know about. How is this possible? And that is how I heard about Young Living. Is all of a sudden it seemed like so many people that I was meeting were having these profound healing experiences. And so I was curious. So I started reading about it and looking into it and going, well, that's, fascinating. But I don't like the whole multi-level marketing thing. I'm not keen on, I sell, you sell, we all sell stuff. And I don't like stuff, generally speaking, and I don't like to sell things for the most part. So those two things together kind of made me go, I don't know. I don't know if it's really for me. Maybe, maybe not. I'm just not going to go there right now. So I just kind of went on my merry way. And then I was over at a friend's house, and she had this amazing diffuser going, and I was like, oh, that's nice. It's like leaps and bounds up from my little candle diffuser that I know is not doing the best thing for my oils because it's heating them, and we all know what heat does. Or maybe we don't all know what heat does anyways. Heat can essentially take away some of that amazing healing power that everything has, be it food or oils or what have you. Heat kills it, essentially. So that's what I was doing to my oils. And so I saw this diffuser and went, ooh la la, that's so amazing, and smelled her oils and was like, yum, I want myself some of that. So I started kind of thinking, maybe now's the time. And so I asked her how much it cost, and she told me, and I was like, oh, I don't have any money. We're about to build a house. I'm like on this crazy budget. So all of a sudden she says, I'm going to gift it to you. You know what? Here you go, hon. And she gave me this amazing gift of this diffuser, and part of that gift was also that she hooked me up with Young Living so I could order oils myself. And I was so touched by that and super excited because I realized, you know, here I am now loving this diffuser, loving this little oil that came with the kit. It was the Stress Away blend, which is really lovely, especially for my oldest daughter who really loves things that have a hint of vanilla in them. So that was a good thing for us in that way. And so I discovered that, you know, I don't have to buy something all the time. So I'm not committed to needing to constantly be putting money out, which is great, although I am an oil junkie, so I do it anyway, but that's kind of beside the point. And I also don't need to sell anything. So if I want to just, you know, be there myself buying my oils, then that's all good. So that's kind of the way that I went about it. Okay, I'm just going to hook myself up here with really good oils all the time. So I ordered a bunch and fell so deeply in love with these oils, which are really, truly, like in my experience, not like any oils that I've ever had before. And I've had a lot of oils by a lot of different brands, and there's just not that same consistent quality from one oil to the next in most oils I've experienced. And it's been pretty exciting for me to be able to go, wow, I can order any of these oils. I know they're all going to be amazing. I know they're all going to be therapeutic grade, beautiful, pure gorgeousness, and I don't have to stress about, you know, finding that. I live rurally. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere here, and there's not a lot of options. So when it comes to oils, you kind of have to, you know, wait till you go to the city, or, I mean, there's one decent brand available in town, but even still, you know, the quality, you're not really sure about the consistency of that. So that's what I started to do. And so now here I am with all these really good oils, and I'm using them all the time. I'm going through them like crazy because we make use of, I mean, purification. Hello, the best thing around for this season. We live in Bugland, so it's spring, it's gorgeous, it's hot. Well, I guess now we're in early summer. There's mosquitoes, baby, lots of mosquitoes, and our kids are like covered, and they come in and we just put a drop on each one and no itch, nothing. They're good to go. Off they go, or they get a scrape or whatever. They dive in this lake, you know, when there's been a lot of ducks. This is a small little pond. I'll give you a little view. This is a small little lake, and so if they come in here, duck season, swimmer's itch, purification, right away, just makes it all magical and go away. So yeah, so anyways, plowing through these oils, and I find myself just telling people about them because I'm super excited. And so this has kind of been going on now for, let's see, December, January, we're in July, you know, almost 8 months, and I find myself talking about them more and more and more. And so as I'm talking about them more and more and more, I'm saying, honey, let me hook you up with this stuff. It is so amazing. You're going to be like transformed. Or they're like, oh, what does that smell? My sister, for instance, who is hypersensitive to smells, she cannot handle like anything. And even oils that I've been, you know, using for years and years, she would come over and I'd say, oh, well, just smell this. It's lavender. It's pure. It's essential oil. And it would give her a headache right away. And so she comes over after I get these oils. I'm like, oh, you got to check it out. Come over here. And I show her, and they don't give her a headache. She's just like, oh my gosh, I can smell good. I can make my house smell good. I can do all of these things. She's like healing, schmealing. I don't even care about that part. I'm just excited about the smelling good part. Everything else is just an added bonus for her at this point. But the fact that she can, you know, even come into my house when I have the diffuser on, I don't have to turn it off before she gets here because it's not going to affect her in a negative way. This is so exciting. So that is how I'm here now. So here I am building a website, total learning curve for me, completely out of my normal realm of practice. And yet I'm doing it. And why? Because I am a total devoted lover of Young Living essential oils. I can't help myself. It's like an involuntary reflex at this point. So here you are. You found me in whichever way you have. I hope that I'm able to share some of what I learn about these amazing oils and the other products that Young Living sells, and are all amazing in their own varied ways, and that, you know, you're able to find some empowerment and freedom from all kinds of things. You know, we've got freedom from, you know, feeling like we need to go ask somebody else how to heal ourselves, when you have the knowledge right at your fingertips and this amazing community of people who have so much experience and so much knowledge. You can ask around, say, hey, I've got this experience with, like, for me, I've got endometriosis. It's killer. It's been laying me flat on my butt since my youngest baby weaned. And here I am now, hardly any pain later, between visiting my homeopath, who's a phenomenal human being and an amazing prescriber, and using this Progressence Plus oil blend. Hello, like, I'm in heaven. This is amazing stuff. So I don't have to go to some doctor and have them tell me what to do. I don't have to go and, you know, experience other people saying to me, oh, well, I think you have this, and because I think you have this, I think you should do this and this and this. And it involves cutting you open, and it involves prescribing you all kinds of medications that have this huge long list of side effects. We don't have to do those things. We just think that we do because we're part of a culture that is, you know, allopathically charged. It's all about this medical profession. They're the people who know. They're the people who we go to. But the reality is we don't actually have to do that. We can take our health and healing into our own hands, and that is a super exciting thing to me and to so many people who get to experience that. I mean, be it through Young Living or other ways. I mean, there's so many different ways for us to empower ourselves and to take back our control. And that is something that I love to share with people, all the different ways that I've been doing this. And Young Living is a huge part of that in my life right now. So, welcome. Enjoy.